Hi. In this set we are given A, B, C, D, E and F are the interviewers in a process that awards funding for new initiatives. Each interviewer individually interviews each of the candidates individually and awards a token only if she recommends funding. Okay. A token has a face value of either 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 or 13. Each interviewer awards tokens of a single face value only. Okay. Once all 6 interviewers are over for a candidate, the candidate receives a funding that is 1000 times the product of the face values of all the tokens. For example, if a candidate has tokens with face values of 257, then the funding that this guy will receive is 1000 times the product of these tokens. The product of these tokens is 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 7, 70 and 1000 times of 70, hence 70,000. Now, P, Q, R, S and T are the 5 candidates who received funding, and the funds that they received in descending order are, these are the funds. Okay, so if these are the funds, it means that one of them would have a product of tokens as 390, another one would have product of tokens as 210, 165, 77 and 66, because the amount that they receive is 1000 times of the product. So if the amount is 66,000, this is 1000 times of the product of all the tokens that this person receives. So 1000 cancels out, product of the tokens will be 66 for this guy. Similarly, product of the tokens will be 77 for this guy, 165, 210 and 390 for all these guys. And then we have these 3 points also that we know. So we'll make a table for this. These are the candidates and these are the interviewers. And here I will write the product of the tokens that they receive. Now each interviewer will give only a single single face value token to any candidate. So for example, A, if he gives a token of 3, he will give only a token of 3 to any candidate he or she deems worth funding, right? So we have 6 different face values that are available. So let's see what are the face values that will have to be awarded. So let's start with 390. So a product of 390, how is a product of 390 possible? With tokens of 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13. So one good thing is that all these tokens are prime numbers. So what we need to do is we need to break 390 into product of prime numbers. So we see a factor of 2 and a factor of 3 definitely here and a factor of 5 definitely over here. So 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 5 is 30. So 390 divided by 30 is 13. So 390 can be broken up into product of 4 prime numbers 2, 3, 5 and 13. Next then we have 210. Now 210 again has a factor of 2, 3 and 5 for sure. So now 210 divided by the product of these 3 numbers, which is again 30. So 210 divided by 30 is 7. So this will be only 7. So 210 can again be divided into product of 4 prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7. So what this effectively means is the person who gets a funding of 390,000, he must have received a token of 2, a token of 3, a token of 5 and a token of 13 from 4 different interviewers. Same is the case for this guy. If this guy receives a total funding of 210,000, that means the product of the tokens must be 210. And how is the product of 210 possible? It's possible when this guy gets a token of 2, 3, 5 and 7 from 4 different interviewers. Next, coming to 165. 165 we see is divisible by 11 for sure, and it is also divisible by 5, right? And once you divide 165 by 5 and 11, you will have 3 remaining. So 165 is product of 3 into 5 into 11. So this guy must have received 3 tokens total, 1 of 3, 1 of 5 and 1 of 11. Then you have 77. 77 is simple to break it down. It is 7 into 11. And then you have 66. 66 can be broken down as 6 into 11. But we need only these prime numbers. So 6 again can be broken as 2 into 3. So this becomes 2 into 3 into 11. Right? So whoever got a funding of 66,000, must have had a total product of tokens as 66, and that means that he would have 3 tokens of 2, 3 and 11. He receives 3 tokens of 2, 3 and 11. And let's see who are these candidates and from whom do they receive these tokens. Okay. So let's start with the first point. Fatima awarded tokens to everyone except Qahira. So Fatima did not give token to Qahira, but she gave token to everyone else. That means F gave token to P, R, S as well as T. Now if Fatima gave a token to everyone else, what could be the token number for Fatima? Let's try to figure that out. So if Fatima gave tokens to 4 of these 5 candidates, so whatever this token number is, it should come in the product of 4 of these numbers and not all 5, right? So which is the number that comes in 4? Let's see, 2 comes here, here and here. 2 comes only in 3. 3 of these candidates product. Then you have 3 and 3. 3 is coming in product for 4 people. So 3 can be the number for F. We'll check if it is 3 only. Then you have 5. 5 comes in only 3 of these products. So 5 cannot be the number for F. Then you have 7. 7 comes here and here. Only in 2 places. So 7 cannot be this number. 11 comes in 3 places. So 11 cannot be this number. 13 comes only once. So 13 cannot be this number. So the only face value token that F would have distributed is of face value 3. Okay. Next. So everyone received a token of 3 except Qahira. So who did not receive a token of 3? This guy. So this guy is basically Q. Okay. So Q receives a token of 7 and a 11 and not of 3. Chalo. Next is, while A awarded tokens to no one except Pragnyaa, A awarded token only to P and not to anyone else. So what can be the face value or what can be the token number of A? Let's see. Which is a number which comes in only product of one of these numbers and not in anyone else. So 2 comes in at least 2. 3 comes in multiple times, 5 comes multiple times, 7 comes multiple times, 11 comes multiple times. It's only 13 which comes only once. Hence the only face value token that A could have distributed is that of 13, and A distributed a token of 13 to P. That means this guy here definitely is P, right? Cool. So P receives tokens of 2, 3, 5 and 13 and not 11. Fine. So we're done with the first point. Second point is, Rasheeda received the highest number of tokens that anyone received. Okay. So Rasheeda receives highest number of tokens. So whoever this guy P receives how many tokens? Total 4. But Rasheeda receives the highest. So this must be Rasheeda for sure. So P and R both receive 4 tokens, which is the highest number of tokens that could have been received. So 210 is Rasheeda. So Rasheeda's total is product is 210. For P the product is 390 and for Q the product is 77. Okay. So for S and T the product can be either 77 or 66 in any order. We'll try to figure that out as we go ahead. So Rasheeda received the highest number of tokens. That means Rasheeda received a token of 2, 3, 5 and 7. Okay. Cool. But she did not receive one from Esther. So Rasheeda did not receive a token from Esther. Okay. So now Rasheeda does not receive a token from A that we had deduced from the first point, and she also does not receive a token from E. So what are the tokens that Rasheeda does not receive? Rasheeda does not receive a token of 13, hence A is not there, and she also does not receive a token of 11, which should definitely be from Esther. Rasheeda receives total 4 tokens, right? So one of these is this, then you'll have these 3 tokens definitely Rasheeda must receive. So Rasheeda does not receive a token of 13 from A and a token of 11 from E. Now that we know that Esther E distributes a token of 11, so let's see who all receive a token of 11. Token of 11 is received by these 2 people only. and these two people definitely must be S and T only, because we already know PQR. So this guy can be either S or T, and this guy will be then T or S in any order. So we'll figure that out. Okay. Now we know F distributes token 3, E distributes token 11, A distributes token 13, and we have token 2, 3 and 5 remaining. So B, C, D will be distributing tokens to 2, 5, 7 rather, sorry, 2, 5 or 7. 3 we already know is F. So B, C, D distribute tokens 2, 5 and 7. Let's try to figure out which is the token distributed by which of these people. So we are done with the second point. Third point, Bithi awarded a token to Smera. So B gave a token to S for sure. Okay, fine. But not to Qahira. So B does not give a token to Q. Okay, fine. So Q receives total 2 tokens, 7 and 11, right? So Q receives a token of 11 from E for sure. Now Q receives a token of 7 as well. So either C can be 7 or D can be 7. So we'll try to figure that out. Only one of these two can be 7. B cannot give a token of 7 because B does not give a token to Q, but a token of 7 has to be given to Q. So we'll come back to it again. So B gave a token to S but not Q, while D, Dhanavi, awarded a token to Qahira. So D gave a token to Q, right? But D does not give a token to Smera. So D does not give a token to S. This is known. Now if D gives a token to Q and Q receives a token of 7 and 11, what this means is the token 11 that Q receives is from E, and the only other token that she receives is from D. So D must have distributed token number 7. Okay. So we know token number 7 is given by D. That means Q will not receive any other token now. Fine. And we know T and S both receive a token of 11 for sure. Hence S and T both will get a token from E definitely. Now it's known that B gives a token to S. Okay, fine. So what we have now is that out of B or C, one will be distributing token number 2 and the other will be distributing token number 5. One of these is going to be the order, either 2, 5 or 5, 2. Now S receives 3 tokens total. Both S and T receive 3 tokens total. 11 is received from E for sure, and 3 is received from F for sure. And now that S has received 3 tokens, that means S does not receive token from C. So there are 2 possibilities now. If B gives a token of 2, then what we'll have is that B who gives a token to 2 will be S. If B is 2, this guy must be S, then this guy must be T, and T receives a token of 5. Token of 5. Let me do one thing. I'll use a separate color. If B is 2, then C will be 5. So this is going to be 5. Now since B gives a token to S for sure, then this guy must be S. If B is 2, this guy must be S. Hence this guy must be T. This is one case. So in this case, T receives a token from C, right? T receives a token from C for sure. So T would receive a token from C. And the other case is if B is 3, if B is 5, if B is 5, then this guy must be S because B gives a token to S. Then this guy would be T, and T would be giving a token of 2 to or T must be receiving a token of 2 from C. This be C. If B is 5, C will be 2. in that case also T will definitely receive a token from C for sure. That means T definitely receives a token from E and F and from C, so T does not receive a token from anyone else. Okay? And P, we know P receives token of 2, 3, 5 and 13. So P receives a token of 3, 13, 3, 13, 2 and 5. Now that means P will receive tokens from both B and C, whether this is 2, 5 or this is 5, 2. P will receive token from both these people, hence P will not receive tokens 7 and 11, that is P will not receive tokens from D and E. Okay, so this is the table that we have, and here S can either get 66, in that case T will get a total of 165 product, or if S gets a product of 165, then T will get a product of 66 here. Fine. Now let us look at the questions. First question is, how many tokens did Qahira receive? So Q received how many tokens? A total of 2 tokens, 7 and 11. These are the 2 tokens. So the answer is 2. That question is not asking what is the product of the tokens or what is the sum of the tokens. Question is asking how many tokens? 2 tokens for Q. Next, who among the following definitely received a token from B but not D? Okay, so you need to receive a token from B but not D. So let's see. P receives a token from B but not D. So P can be one of the answers. Okay, so P can be one of the answers here. Who else? Q does not receive from B. R receives from B as well as D. So this cannot be the answer. S receives from B but not D. So S can be the answer. So the answer can be either P or S. The option only has P. So option D is the right answer. Next, how many tokens did C award? Okay, C awarded a token to P for sure, R for sure and T for sure. So C awarded a total of 3 tokens. That token can be either 5 or 2, doesn't matter. In any of these cases, C will definitely award 3 tokens. So this is 3. How many tokens did S receive? Okay, so S receives a total of 1, 2, 3 tokens. S receives a token of 3, S receives a token of 11 and S receives a token of either 2 or 5. But in any case, S will receive a total of 3 tokens. And finally, which of the following could be the amount of funding that Tantra received? So one is this, and these are the options. Now T can receive which of these fundings? Is it 66,000 or 165,000? Let's see. So T's product can be 66, hence funding can be 66,000, or T's product can be 165, hence funding can be 165,000 as well. So both A and B are possible, hence option B here is the right answer. Okay, so that's it for this set. Thank you.